The older I get, the more that I realize that there is a purpose in life for everyone, and my purpose in life is somehow to get this message out there. I have a terrible cold. I've been in bed all day. Somehow, my brain kept telling me today is the day that you have to make this video and you have to upload it and you have to send this message out there for people to hear. And I guess that is what I am doing today. Hi everyone, my name is Darshini and welcome back to another video. I appreciate and I'm truly grateful for all the love that I've received lately. Thank you for everybody who is engaging to the video, and let's dive right into our video today. At the age of 28, I think there are a couple of realizations I've had which I want to put out there, and I hope they make sense to you. I've had about a month of break from not working for anybody, and I've just been like taking a break because I've been so burnt out. These are the realizations that I've had lately, and I feel like everybody should have this knowledge. Even if you don't know this, I want you to be at least aware. So let's dive right into our video. One is, honestly, nobody cares about you. Now, people can tell you that they do, but the true fact about life is nobody has the time in the world to care about you. I've been going to the gym. Before I got into the gym, I used to always think like, oh my god, what would people think? They would look at what I'm wearing, what I'm doing. But as soon as I went to the gym and I looked around, I realized everybody is so busy at their own workout, on the way they look, that they don't have the time to look at anybody else, especially in a city like Bangalore, where I am right now. Sorry, correction, Bengaluru. You realize that people don't have time, and I think that's like the theme everywhere. Nobody has time to care about what you are doing. There'll be like 2-3 people who'll probably look at you and be like, oh, okay, she's weird, or she's nice, or she's cute, or whatever. But most of the time, nobody really cares what you're up to. You want to start a YouTube channel? Go ahead. Do it right way. This 4-5 people will comment like, oh, you shouldn't do YouTube. Oh. But honestly, they don't matter, because once you'll be like a YouTube star, no, everybody's going to ask you how you got there. There's like this huge thing, right, that nobody will kind of push you when you want to do something, but everybody will come and ask you how you did it once you hit like a number or something. That's the true reality of life. Nobody honestly cares of what you are doing in life, except like say your parents or your partner or a couple of close friends. And the right ones will support you and push you to do better with whatever you're doing. Like currently I have about 500 subs. When I come and told my close friends and family that hey, I got to 500 subs, couple of them went in like, oh, why do you want to do YouTube, blah blah blah. And some said, oh yes, we should celebrate, come, let's go for a coffee, or I want to congratulate you, and hey, do better, get to 1000, we can't wait, you were always meant to do this. There will always be different kind of people in your life, and the right ones will always support you, and most of them really don't care what you are up to, because they are so busy in their own lives that honestly it doesn't matter. So remember, nobody cares. Stop being shy, stop being timid, stop being stupid enough to feel like everybody's watching, and go create what you want to create. Girl, you gotta go create what you want to create and show me that you can do it, okay? The second pointer is, if you find somebody who's smarter than you, start working with them, not against them and bitching about them behind their back. Like, I have heard this at the gym, I've heard this in like a viral video, and I've heard this multiple times, that comparison is the killer of joy, and it is the most honest thing that you can hear. When we compare ourselves to anybody, oh, she's more pretty than me, or she's more well dressed than me, she is more educated than me, she makes more money than me. When we start comparing ourselves to everybody around us, we kill our own joy. Your story is not same as hers. She might have had like rich parents, so she can do whatever she wants. I didn't have rich parents, so wherever I am, it's the best thing I could do with my own life. I am really good with the camera, and somebody is bad with the camera, but still, like, they are at 50 million or whatever. That time you need to realize everybody has their own timing, everybody has their own pace, everybody is the main character of their own story. So instead of thinking oh, I'm in a competition with them. Why don't we start thinking, oh, how do I get better, and how do I get to that place? When I found somebody who was really good with numbers, I started asking them questions. Hey, how do you look at this number? How do you look at that number? Now that's corporate. Now think about, say somebody's good at gym. So I have a friend here who's amazing at gymming, okay? And I know nothing about the gym. So I asked him, can you help me out? And when he does help me out, I'm really appreciative about it. I am very grateful about it, because there, if somebody is good at something, you should take pointers and learn from them. I think when we were kids, we were always told that, you know, you should be open to learning, you should be open to understanding and seeing more places, and learnings are everywhere. Somehow as we get older, we forget that, you know, like learnings are everywhere. You can learn so much from every single place. Every person is giving you learning, a non-living thing, a living thing. I just went on like a trip to Mysore, met this random guy who was living in the same hostel as me. When I spoke to him, I realized that he was a better traveler than me, and I would never say that because I love traveling and he had traveled more than me, so I felt a little jealous. But then I spoke to him and I realized that he took the time to kind of figure out what is best in this particular city, what is best in here and there, and he was able to tell me that, you know, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this, which in turn helped me do my trip better. I was open to learn. Don't let your ego come in between of your enjoyment. The people who are the most wisest will have zero ego because they are eager to learn, they're open to learning. And I think that's one of the most amazing things that you can have as like somebody who's getting older, is that you're open to learn a skill, open to learn anything from anyone, and just be childlike, just be curious, that's all. So the pointer is, when you find somebody who's smarter than you, don't compete, learn. Put your head down and learn. My third pointer is the most difficult pill to swallow, at least for me. I'm the most social butterfly that you can find, and I want to tell everybody everything. But you know what? Buri nazar is actually a real thing. I personally did not tell my people on Instagram that I was going to open a YouTube channel, because you know what, I wanted to be respectful of my own privacy. Because you know what, when you keep telling people that, hey, no, you know, this happened, that happened, the buri nazar concept can be something that you don't believe in, which I also didn't, and I think most of the time it doesn't work that way. But sometimes you just need to realize private until permanent, but maybe not a secret, is something I try to maintain, which is something that, you know, you need to get to, as especially when you're getting older and when you feel like, oh, I need to do better in life. It's okay to not tell people everything that is happening in your life, because you are respecting your own privacy, you are keeping yourself safe. I have grown up telling everybody everything, and I never understood the concept of not telling people things. But then I realized that, you know, you have this protective layer around you, and you always want to protect yourself, whether it is your mental health, or it's your physical health, or whether it is just your financial health, whatever it is. Be respectful with privacy, and just take a beat before you tell everybody everything. Sometimes it's better if you don't tell people everything, you just tell them what they need to know, like not everything. Because sometimes things done in private is much more easier to do it publicly. Some people find it easier to do it publicly, it pushes them to do better, etc, etc. But at least I am of the thinking that, you know, sometimes you need to be respectful of your own space, own place. Like, instead of telling people, hey, I am trying to lose weight, or I am trying to quit smoking, quit drinking, why don't just say anything. Like, you know, if you're offered a drink or a smoke, you just say, hey, I don't feel like it. So what I have realized I used to do is, you know, I used to go and tell people like, hey, I'm trying to lose weight, or hey, I'm trying to quit smoking or drinking, or whatever scenario it is. The next time when people caught me doing that, they would taunt me saying, oh, I thought you were trying to lose weight. What happened? You look healthier than before. Or, oh, hey, why are you smoking? Or, hey, why are you drinking? I thought you were trying to quit. And, you know, most of the time it can also come out of concern, but it affects your mental health. So hence, just just don't tell everybody everything. Do your whole thing. Give yourself a target that, hey, I'm not gonna smoke or drink for, say, about a month. And then once you've done it, then you can tell people that, hey, I've quit smoking, I am sober, or for about a month I'm not gonna do it anymore. And that's all it is. So the pointer is, don't tell everybody everything. Keep your things secret. Tell them what they need to know and respect your own privacy. This is something that you need to know. And I've spoken about this in multiple of my videos, which is our point number 4, is how you treat yourself is how others will treat you. Do you treat yourself like crap? If you do, change it right now, because it is super important to know how you're treating yourself. At the end of a long day, how do you treat yourself? Do you give your brain like a meditation? Do you give your brain more stimulation with your phone? Why is that important? Because the way you treat yourself is the way others will treat you. If you keep calling yourself, oh, I'm fat, oh, I'm ugly, oh, I'm this and that, you give others permission to treat you like that. Then don't go around getting mad at people saying ki, hey, she called me fat, I felt hurt, because you are treating yourself like that. If you treat yourself in such an ugly way, how do you expect other people to treat you in a better way? If you keep telling yourself that I'm not good enough, how will others treat you in a better way? If you keep telling yourself that I'm only good at some things, that means you're giving the signals to your brain consistently that you're only good at one thing, you can't do other things. If you keep telling your brain that I am bad at driving, I'm bad at driving, I'm bad at driving, that means you will have that fear in you that where every time you drive, you will probably get into an accident or something, because you are putting that fear inside of you. Every word that you speak has an impact on your own life. When you keep telling yourself that I am going to get better, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to be a millionaire, I'm going to have 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to make money out of YouTube, that means those positive things that you keep telling yourself is something that is your brain is also consuming and letting you live that life. It is pushing you to live a better life. You know about the red card theory? The red card theory says that when you wake up and you say, hey, I'm going to spot one red car today, somehow brain goes and spots around every freaking red car that you can see on TV, on like real roads or wherever you are. The same way it applies to your own personal life. If you get up in the morning and say, oh, I'm so tired and I don't want to do anything, that means your brain is not going to push you to do good things. That means your brain is like, okay, she's tired, she doesn't deserve good things. If you wake up in the morning and say, hey, I'm so ugly and I don't want to live a good life and I don't deserve a good life, that means your brain is going to process it in a way that you don't actually deserve good things and it's going to attract bad things. You don't have to believe in law of attraction for this. You just have to know that what you speak is what you attract. If you keep saying, I have good relationships, I have good money, I have a really desirable boyfriend, I have loads of money, I have followers on YouTube, I make an impact in the world, I work for good things for myself, I am grateful for my followers, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for food, I'm grateful for my body, I'm grateful for my health. When you keep saying good things about yourself, your brain is then attracting more things that you should be grateful for. Why don't you put the energy that you put right now in being negative about yourself for being positive, like asking curious questions of, oh, get up and ask, oh, show me what I'm grateful for. I know what you're grateful for. You currently are living the life that people dream of. I know that I am. You should be grateful for breathing good air. You should be grateful for living in a city. You should be grateful for having more than 2 clothes to wear. Listen to me loud and clear. The way you speak to yourself is the way the world will speak to you, is the way your brain will speak to you, is the way the world is going to treat you. I hope you take this as a reminder that you will from now on treat yourself with loads of love, with loads of respect, and show me that you're grateful every single day. The next pointer, which is the 5th pointer, is for you to start having higher standards. Don't settle for anything that is just available. If you are in a relationship right now, I have been in these relationships, okay? So if you are in a relationship right now, are you in that relationship out of convenience because he's the only good looking guy in the office, or he's the only one who's interested in you in college? He's only a decent looking guy who looked back at you and smiled. Is that what you want? Do you want bare minimum in life? I don't think so. If you are especially watching this video, I know that you're consistently working on making yourself better. So I want you to take this as a reminder that you should never settle for less. Whether it's your partners, your job, the cities that you're living in, everybody, has this dream that I want this and that and this and that. And then at the end of the day, doesn't actually chase it. and get settled for something less, and then comes and tells me, oh, I'm not happy. You're not happy because you settled for less, because you didn't give yourself what you actually deserve. Everybody out there needs to know that you deserve the best things in the world if you are willing to put in the work. If you are the same person that you were in college and school, and you've not changed even a little bit for the better of you, then don't expect that good things will come for you. If your friends don't respect you, if they don't celebrate you when you do good things in the world, they don't deserve you. You don't deserve friendships like this. Go where you are celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Don't be with people and places that don't celebrate you, that aren't happy when you walk into the door. Just take the effort to cut these people out who make you feel unhappy about yourself. If you have done an achievement and you are proud of yourself, then people should be more prouder of you. And here we are at my favorite number, and the point number 6 is never take advice from somebody who is not at where you want to be or is not working towards getting there. So don't take advice about social media from your uncles who have never used social media. Ask me about social media. I will be able to tell you so many things because I know social media inside and out. But if you ask me about finances, I will probably say, hey, I don't know much, but I will redirect you to the right place, to the right person. And that's how life is, right? You have to take advices from the right people. If you come and ask me how to raise kids, I will not be able to tell you because I know nothing about kids. I apply this theory to myself so much because I think it's very easy for us to find multiple advices on Instagram saying you should do this, you should do this, 5 things you should do, 5 things you should not do, etc., etc. Because everybody's out there giving you advice. Don't listen to everybody because they don't have the same experiences as you. You don't know what they have gone through, and you don't know what you are going to go through. So take your time to actually understand and think about whose advice you want to listen. Want to take advice from somebody who's not fit on how to go to the gym? No, it doesn't matter. Unless if that person is working hard and going to the gym 5 days a week, you don't have to listen to them. My mom used to tell me this when I was younger because a lot of people used to give a shit while growing up. And I think a lot of women out there would relate to me because women, at least, I have been given a lot of shit about what to wear, what not to wear, what to do, what not to do. My mom used to always tell me that if a lot of people are telling you what to do and what not to do, take it from one ear and leave it out of another ear. I think that's one of the most common things that you'll hear, at least here in India. And if it makes sense to you, then you can listen to it. Always all the everything, like the news, the advices that people give you, everything that people say about your body, about your health, about your paycheck, and even people who make comments at you, take it with a pinch of salt. Understand that they don't know what you've gone through, and where you are right now is because you have worked hard to get there. If somebody comes and tells me that, hey, you're the most unkind person that I have ever met, I will never accept the fact, because you know what, I know that I am kind, and I'm mostly kind. I think 90% of the time I am really kind to everybody around me. And if I'm not kind, maybe there's a reason. Maybe you did something which is why I'm not kind to you. There is this very commonly spoken out phrase in Hindi which says kuch to log kahenge and logo ka kaam hai kehna. Basically says ki people will say things, people's job is to say things about you, and right people who are busy building their own life, building their own things in life, will never take the time to comment bad things about you. In fact, the right ones will push you. I know when I started my YouTube channel and I told one of my friend who was also pursuing YouTube channel, she told me, oh my god, great, you're doing great, congratulations, hey, you should do this, you should post at this timing, do the research here, do the research there, you have so much potential, I always believed in you, always trusted in you. The right people will always push you to do right things. So surround yourself with the right people, and never ever take advice from somebody who has never done YouTube. I think people who have never done YouTube will never realize the potential that YouTube has. It has abundance of income, abundance of views, abundance of fame, abundance of love that I've received. I have received so much love from strangers in the past 2 months that I have not even received from for companies that have worked for years and years. Your truest and realest fans will be your strangers. It will not be people that you meet on daily on daily basis. We all have like a load of screen time, and I know for a fact that you will bump into at least 4 or 5 videos who are giving you advice on growing your Instagram, growing this and doing that and doing that. And there's so much information out there, so be very cautious of what information you actually apply. Because if a 15-minute meditation works for somebody, that's great for them. They will tell you how to do that 15-minute meditation, but it might not work for you at all, because you are a different person altogether. A 17-second meditation will work for you. A 30-minute meditation will work for you, and you need to be okay with that, because you know what, you are a different person. Nobody is same. You need to realize that you are a mixture of everything that you consume on daily basis. So make sure that you actually apply things that make sense to you. Don't listen to anybody blindly, because if you take a lot of advices, people will give you advices. Just don't do it. It doesn't make any sense to listen to people that don't even know what your journey is and are not even at the place where you want to be. Don't take diet related feedback from somebody who doesn't know anything about diet. Instead, go to a nutritionist. They would know better. Take the time to find the source behind everything. There's so much news everywhere and every place that everything wants to kind of distract you from what is happening. But whatever you consume, make sure you know the source of it. Make sure that I saw a couple of days ago that eggs are bad for you. I saw a video a few days later saying eggs are the best way of consuming protein. There was the same thing about meditation. There was the same thing about long walks. There was the same thing about gym. There was the same thing about so many different things. Basically, you'll have to figure out all this information and figure out what actually works for you. What works for me will not work for you, and you need to take every information with a pinch of salt, and never ever take advice from people who are not doing what you actually want to do. And on that trendy note, it's the end of today's video. Again, my name is Darshini. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share and comment on this video, and I will see you in the next one. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.